The new year. The things our children say when they're small and stick because they're fun. Move our whole body around. So centering your spine. Notice your skull, the little uplift of your neck, letting your upper back and shoulders relax into the ground. See that nice flatness of the floor. There's the little uplift in your lower spine. Making sure that you give your spine enough room. You can always pick up with your feet, press and resettle your pelvis. Notice skull and pelvis. Begin breathing consciously, slowly, and gently. Resting your eyes. Stillness in your body except for the breath. Cultivating. Love that word. Breath awareness. A gentle sound to the breath to help your brain and mind and heart all connect with that rhythm. The gentle constancy. And noticing the state that just a few moments of relaxed breathing can help bring us into a state of awareness and calmness. And bring your arms out into the goalpost or cactus. Arms, the elbows bent out beside you, hands up overhead but resting on the floor. Inhale, expand your rib cage. Exhale, bring the breath down into your belly center. These are natural movements of the breath that we just build awareness of and control over. Breathing in, nice big rib cage expansion as the lungs fill. Breathing out, not forcing, just letting the breath find some length and space, travel down into the belly. One more like that, breathing in. Let it be gradual. And breathing out gradually. This time, low belly and pelvic floor. Have a little awakening on the exhale. Bring your arms beside you. Breathing out again. Coming up, do you need to move your feet closer to your body? Find that power position. With control and slowness, lift up your spine from the root, coming to the back of the skull and the back of the shoulders. Slowly lowering down, breathing out. Spinal mobility here. So we're bringing the spine into an extension, pelvis forward, ribcage lifting, and releasing it back to neutral spine. One more time. Engage slightly in the pelvic floor as you lift up. This is a great pose to build awareness of that work. And coming down all the way. A counter pose is flexion of the spine, bringing the knees to the chest, but don't just do it without mindfulness. Belly aware, one leg at a time. And then use your arms. Hold on as it feels good. Shins are tucked behind the knees. Bring your head off the ground, tuck your chin. So try not to use your neck to lift your head up. Just use your belly, flex the spine. Bring it in. Breathe anyway, even though you're closing off your front body. Ease your head back down. Nice long neck. Arms down. Lowering the feet close to the body. Yoga really helps us find the belly center. And here you want to be mindful of your lower back. At some point, that's going to feel like that's enough. Maybe one foot comes down and then the other. This is a great day to just check in gently with yourself on your strength, where you might want to develop. Stretch out your legs. Let's do a little banana pose, 5 breaths, and bring feet and hands over to the right side of your mat. You can cross your ankles if you like. You hold your opposite wrist like our crossover side bend we do standing a lot. Just letting the side body have a little leap on one side. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Belly, exhale, and then the movement to center on the other side. Scooch the feet over to one side of your mat, other side, and head, shoulders, arms the other way. Banana pose variation of lying side bend. 2. Starting to come into 5 breath counts. 3. We have impermanence in practice. One more time. Plenty of time to work on the pose, but then to let it go. Breathe out, belly aware. Belly stays aware as you come out of that shape. Let's do the windshield wipers with the legs into a twist. So arms out like a T. Nice stability as you bring your hips into the rotation side to side, all the way and slowly, please. Nice and slowly, all the way. Full expression of your ROM, range of motion. Head turns away from the legs. I think this is the 3rd time back and forth. We're starting practice lying around on the ground, rolling around on the floor. Try to have a little fun with that. Just let yourself explore movement in a relaxed way. Come back to the first side for a stay in windshield wiper twist. 1. Eyes can be resting. So part of our coming together of practice, breath, bandhas is the core awareness, and then drishti is the eyes, the focus. Eyes could be distracting here on the floor in the beginning of practice. Core aware to the other side. Rotate the hips, feel the spine come along. Turn your head the other way, settle your arms comfortably, and breathe deeply. So I've noticed that in the beginning of practice, like if there's something distracting me in the room or the space, that I'll just say, I'm going to dust that later. I'm going to organize that later. Kind of make peace with whatever it is, something you see, so that you can turn off that talk to yourself about it. Like saying, I hear you, dust bunnies. Breathe out one more time. Back to center. Use your core strength so that you don't strain your back coming out of that shape. Come to knees in to come up. And over your feet into tabletop pose. Take your time. You don't always have to do things the way I do them. You need to do them in a way that your body can do them. So I'm staying sideways on my mat, but come to hands and knees, your little tabletop and into cat spine where you curl your tail and your chin down. Spread your hands. Breathe deeply, stretching the low back. Cow spine, neutral first. A little lowering in the belly, lifting face and chest. Breathe a few times. There's a different energy in the nervous system with the spine movements. Back bends, extensions are a little energizing. One more breath, cow. Exhale, cat. Press your hands, curl your spine. Neutral. Look back towards your right pinky toe, side flexion. Breathe 5. Working your little plank here as you do the side bend. One more time. Finding range of motion without force or holding back. Slowly center and look back towards your left pinky toe. 1, 2, the 7 directions of movement in the spine. Side flexion. 3, 4, 5. Axial extension is the neutral long spine. And let's say good morning to the soles of the feet with puppy pose. So you tuck under your toes and then sit back. Listen to your body here. Where do you need to be for it to be positive? And then once you're set in your feet and legs, let your arms slide forward, head down, elbows lift. Broad chest, broad back. 2, 3, let go of any excess effort in the poses. 4, 5. Cow spine inhale, moving with breath is the word vinyasa. Gives us something to concentrate on. Exhale to bear pose, where you tuck toes, lift knees. So aware in the belly. Try to use your whole body here, hover the knees. Start high if you're developing the pose. 3, 4, calmly meet all the poses where you are. Downward facing dog, a relative resting pose after bear. Set your feet, set your hands. Uplift in the belly. Down reach with the heart. Wrap the shoulders towards the heart. I'm just moving into an external wrap of the shoulders towards the pinkies. It's okay to move a little bit with your breathing in this pose. Inhales, move you forward slightly. Exhales back into the legs. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. There's a lot of power in these slow holds. Walk your hands to your feet. Press, press, press. Let your knees bend, let your knees bend. Fold forward, breathe out. Knees bend, forward fold. Start that way. Rest your chest on your legs. Head down. Hands wherever they are. Where do they come naturally? Breathe out again. Bring your hands to the sides of your pelvis. Bend your knees more as you lengthen your spine. Inhale, press your feet and stand up with strong legs. Still breathing in, and then breathe out, mountain pose. And take a moment for clothing refinements first, so that you're not distracted. Proving that you can wear whatever you want for yoga as long as it doesn't get in your way. One more time. Deep breath, Tadasana, mountain. Hands together, Pranamasana, elbows lifting. For the Om, inhale. Om. Oneness with the universe, non-separateness, the interconnection of life. Rest your hands to your heart, have a moment, chin down, stretching the neck and also head-heart connection. A nice day to have gentle intentions with the fresh year ahead. Lifting up your chin, hold your chest with your hands firmly so you can lift up your chin and stretch your front neck muscles. Over to the side with your chin, anchoring the heart center. Hold firmly. Let it release some of that front neck tension. Center once more. To come out, lift the back of your skull, and then you come out with a nice long neck. Rest your arms. Bring up your arms, upward hands, lift your rib cage, neutral spine. Bending your left elbow. You have to bend both, but guiding that left elbow into a bent position, stretching the upper arm. You can add the crossover leg if you would like. Left over right. One more breath in this shape. Follow the inhale, release those actions in the body, mountain. The other side, ribs lift, arms lift. Catch your right elbow or wherever you can reach with your arms, and then crossover is optional. Find a spot for your eyes, down. The downward center gaze is default gaze, wherever your face is facing. It's not a hard look at the nose, but it's a calming position. Breathe out once more. Inhale out of the side stretch, release the arms, release the legs, Tadasana. And then the mat, classical sun salutation. Thumbs cross, fingers wide. Inhale up, so the spine is straight here, and then exhale, pelvis forward, ribs lift, do a little back bend. Bring your pelvis back underneath and fold slowly towards your legs, breathing out. With the right leg, go back to Anjaneyasana, breathe freely, coming into that lunge shape, rising. Shoulders settle, knee towards the toes. Bring up your arms. One. You're in charge. You're in control. You have complete freedom to take care of yourself. Not everything is going to work for everyone's body. Breathe out once more. Back to center. Knees, chest, and chin is the next pose. So knee back, bring down your hands, dip your chest and chin towards the floor. Go back to a downward facing dog. Anjaneyasana, second side. Coming up. Low crescent lunge. Spinal extension, downward gaze. One more time. Release back to center. Standing forward fold, make your way there. Breathing out. Breathing in, standing, crossing your thumbs. Find the up reach. Breathing out, go back. Breathing in, back to center. And release. We'll do the other leg back first on this one. Cross your thumbs, breathe in, reach up. This does not need to be big, just a little front body stretch, go back. Bring your pelvis back underneath and fold slowly towards your legs. Now the left leg back first. Bring your knee down, go through the steps. Bring your spine into a little extension, arms up. 1, 2. Notice the balance of this pose. 4, 5. Release back to center, knees, chest, and chin. Let's give that 5 breaths and dip up and down a few times. 2. Elbows go back towards the feet. 4, 5. Down dog for 1 breath. Second side Anjaneyasana, left foot forward, bring the knee down. We start to teach our bodies the shapes. Yoga practice. Not yoga doing, yoga practicing. Standing forward fold, make your way there. Breathe out. Stand up, breathing in. You can bend your knees, of course, on the way. Cross the thumbs, up reach. Exhale back. Inhale up. And returning to center. Breathing out. Deep into the knees. Step to the right side of your mat, turning out 45 degrees with both feet from the hips. Hips, knees, feet all in the same direction. Bend your right knee towards your toes. Find that range of motion and then come all the way to center. To the second side. And center. Third one. I'm like, did I already forget how to count? I possibly did. I think that was 4. Come to the first side, please. For a 5 breath hold. Feel free to do your fancy stuff here. Dynamic. Challenging yourself gently is how you get stronger. Come back up to center. So not forcefully, but just a little bit. A challenge with your choices. That doesn't always have to be your approach. It's a good day for it. Like reminded of your strength. Come back up to center with a little glute squeeze at the top and release. From here, you can easily transition to goddess, turning out and trapping the knees right towards the middle toes. So please change the angle of your feet if needed. Hands on the thighs, thumbs on the inside. Keep your legs even. Bring your right shoulder forward and down, creating a spinal twist without moving the lower body. 1. Stretches all the way down the back. Downward facing twist. 1 more. Up all the way to center. Stay with the legs for the whole second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spine centers first, then press feet, squeeze glutes, come all the way up. Reach your arms and fingers, star pose, inhaling more. Exhale, release your arms. Wide parallel feet pose. About the legs length apart. Breathing in, tall spine. Breathing out, tip your pelvis forward. It's time for your knees to bend. Coming towards the floor with your hands. So if you need to bend your knees to get your hands down, you could do that. Or you can use blocks. Work with yourself. Bring your head towards the floor. Belly up, shoulders up. And you can walk your hands back in line with your feet. So you're in a little tripod headstand, forward fold, 5 breaths. Head can touch lightly or just be trying to touch the top of the head. Lengthen spine, calm the mind. One more. Belly strong for this movement in and out of the pose. Come to half lift with an inhale. Exhale, belly again. With that awareness, stand up using strong legs. Return to center. Warrior B to the front of the mat. So turning out that left leg from the hip and the knee. Nice stretch between the feet. Feel yourself in, dropping the pelvis right down the midline. Bring out your arms. Excuse me. For a moment, let's pull back that front hand into the gesture of fearlessness. The other hand where it is. 4, release your hand down again. 5. This meditation is to the second side. So at some point, switch your gaze. The arms stay. The legs turn. The head turns. 1, pull back the hand. 2, Ubhaya Mudra. Mudra means seal. One more time. Hand down, relax, breathe out. Rest your arms, come back to center. Extended side angle, same foundation. Lean slowly and reach out. Turn your rib cage and face towards that top hand and gather your fingers together. Notice your back foot and connection. That hold for the spine of the body. Exhale here. Belly center aware as you move it to the other side. So you can start where your B, move into it slowly. Build strength. Allows you to find that precise amount. Turn your chest towards the sky a bit, eyes to the hand. Feel your hip flexors stretching here, front pelvis. One more time, breathing out. Inhale up. And working out of this position, facing to the side, coming to the front section. Parshvottanasana with the left leg step back, with the straight leg stance facing forward. Little movements with the feet to find the balance. The arms are in reverse prayer pose in this, so work towards that over time. Roll your thumbs down, reach your arms back so you get that length back. Bring your hands together down low. Start with the knuckles, maybe the fingertips. Bring your hands up the spine to your own degree. You can also just hold onto your opposite arm at the elbows. Breathing in, lift your heart and your face. Breathing out is a forward bow. Gaze to the big toe, maybe to the shin. Keep the elbows slightly lifted. Spread your feet. Four, lengthening out over the leg. 5. Inhale, coming up. This pose requires so much hip strength and stability. Release your arms. The same legs are the revolved triangle. If you reach up your left arm, breathing in, right hand to the pelvis, you find that forward tilt, sweep across to the shin, foot, or floor. And then the other arm parallel to the floor. You could bring it up towards the sky. Your expression of revolved triangle, twisted triangle. Pelvis is flat. This is a mid-back rotation. One more time, breathe deeply. Inhale, open a little bit more if you can, or think about it. Exhale, bring it down. And use an inhale to stand. Set your shoulders and then change to the other side. Take a moment to feel the stance for these two shapes. Parsvottanasana first, the side stretching pose, arms back, come together, knuckles, maybe fingertips, maybe palms, or working towards that, just whatever works today without causing any harm. Exhale, slow forward fold. Lengthen your neck. Spread the feet. Breathing out, awareness of low belly for this transition. So leg and hip strength, but also that front body strength coming up. And release the arms. Revolve triangle. One hand catches the pelvis, the other reaches, big reach. Exhale, same, but arms are different here. Changes the pose. Come out and across. Hand on the foot is nice and grounding, or on the shin. Then release the arm from the pelvis if that works, and bring it maybe halfway out. Where do you want to practice today? 1. Commitment to positive patterns, always in practice. One more time, breathing in. Renew your commitment today. Breathing out, come down, slow and controlled. Breathing in, rise. Bring your shoulders on your ribs and then step out of the poses. Pause. Warrior A with the left foot going back, big step. Get a nice space between your feet so that you can bend out your front knee. And like Warrior B, or come right down the middle with the pelvis. So with that stance. Facing the year ahead with unshakable courage. Leave your fingers, thumbs wide, hold the ribs. Breathe deeply. Slip your hands together and up into the air. 3, 4, 5. Bend your elbows behind your head. Release and change sides. Virabhadrasana. Unshakable courage. 1, 2. Slip your hands up into the air. This one's an extension of the spine. Down center gaze. Elbows bend for that last breath. And then come out of the pose. Exhale. Garuda's pose, the mythical eagle, golden, strongest bird in the world. Concentration. Cross your right leg in front of your left. Toes on the floor provides nice stability in this pose, but you can pick them up and wrap them around your leg if you like. Then we squat down. So working from the ground up, hands together or holding the pelvis to help you find that foundational part. Keep the hands glued together today, working on the legs in this beginning part. And then if you'd like to, slipping that right elbow under the left one. The eagle pose symbolizes clarity and strength. Exhale one more time. Inhale, let it all open out into mountain again. And breathing out. Second side, the crossover, the exploration of wrapping or toes down, up to you. Press and then the squat. So setting your foundation, seal your hands. Creating a steadiness of breath and concentration, and slipping the left elbow under. Trying to see things as they truly are. Breathing out. Breathing in, open it out. Mountain. Virabhadrasana C to finish standing practice, bringing weight into the left leg and the right leg straight back. Toes could stay on the ground. Try to be playful with this one today. Be offsetting your leg with your torso. You can do arms flying back or another variation that feels good today. Total concentration. 4, 5. Come on up and add that exhale kick out. And then release. Other side, shift your weight. All these little micro movements in the feet in the practice. As you lift the leg, let your torso come forward, offsetting. Virabhadrasana C. Your choice of arm and hand positions, whatever helps you balance, brings an attitude of play to the pose today. One more time. Concentrate on coming out. Standing for a moment in the fingertips pose. And release. Weave fingers and switching back and forth a few times, just gently squeezing the hands and waking up some energy with that work. Choose a way, press forward, up, lift the ribs, lift the base, breathing in. Little side stretch left, little side stretch right. Bend your elbows, slipping your hands behind your skull so you can lift your chest and face. And release. Slowly folding forward. Uttanasana variations. You could even do a little weave of fingers and toes in this pose today. Let's see, maybe. Okay, 5 breaths. Trying new things. One more. Breathe out. Coming down into Malasanas, you might need to sit in a different way. I've been working at coming up and down in the squat, so you can work on just lowering down and then make your way safely to your seat to continue garland pose. Feet don't have to be together. 4, 5. Sitting upright, bringing the feet together and the knees apart, Baddha Konasana, a variation of that work. Weaving around the feet, sitting up tall, tuck your chin. Try to relax the inseams of your legs. Lift your chin, move your fingers the other way. Now the forward hinge, straight spine, bringing your heart towards your feet. Coming into your range of motion. Relaxing the inner legs. One more cycle. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release. Guide your legs out of the pose. That's nice to do for yourself. And then sitting, stretch back on my mat with my legs out. Let's look at figure 4 as a seated pose. Bringing the right leg in. Bend position, hip externally rotates. Hold your ankle and your knee. Sit tall. So if your low back is rounding back, you might need to be up on a folded blanket. Try to sit tall in your spine here. You can move the leg around or just hold it steady. First, we just give the nervous system a chance to come into the shape. And then rest it above your other knee, your ankle above the knee. And you can bring in the lower leg a little bit if you'd like to, or even a lot. Use your arms to help you support this pose. Breathe out once more. Reverse those actions. And the other side. Bring your leg in. Hold your ankle and your knee. Guiding yourself into that outer hip stretch. Use your biceps. And now changing it by bringing it to rest above the other knee, maybe bringing the bottom leg in. You're just demonstrating how a small amount, doesn't have to be a lot. 1. Be very present with your body here. The work is very specific, so there's not, might look simple on the outside, but internally, there's a lot that needs to be paid attention to. Bless the breath, bless the eyes. And release. Bring your hands back, just easy lean back for a moment, relax the hips. Lift the chest. Holding your right leg in. Other right. Up and over into Janu Shirsasana. Knee head pose. Forward. So there's one more breath to linger in. Feel complete. Rise with the inhale. Breathe freely as you change sides. Tilt forward, come out and down into your expression of this shape on its side. Calm. One more time, breathing out. Breathing in, rise. And exhale, come into your seated position that supports your happiness and your quality breathing. So there's this idea of concentrating the vital energy in the torso, into the belly specifically, into the pranic center. Allow yourself to feel centered. Notice where centering feels in your brain. Maybe it's that space between your eyebrows. Heart center. Belly center. Root center. And bring, with a tall spine, bring your chin down. Not a forcing here. Stretch out your arms, touching the thumbs and index fingers. So that is your individual self connected with the universal in this representation here. Breathing in from your navel to your throat. Breathing out from your throat down towards the pelvic floor, towards the root, but finishing in the belly. Think circulating your breath in your torso, finishing at the belly. Go slowly, 3 to 5. The meditation on stretching the thread of breath. Concentrating our power, vital energy once more. So that you feel deeply centered and grounded. Releasing from that shape. Sitting tall, still lean back for boat pose balance. Find your balance on your sacrum, lift your chest. Try to use your arms. Switch the cross of your ankles. Do it again, maybe arms away. That's feeling possible this first day. One more. Bring your feet down, rest forward for a moment. And do a little neck release there if it feels right. Lift and lengthen and release Back to the back of the body, the lie down leg straight, that work that we practice together. I hope that it shows up in your strength, that it is meaningful, right? Just by resisting going to the back of the body. Bring with you anything you might like to rest. Come on down and back. Bringing the head last. Lie down, stretch out. Point toes, reach arms, gently arch the spine. Bring your feet in one at a time and your arms down. Figure four pose with the left leg on top. So returning for a second set, we did the seated one. Find your therapeutic version of this pose where you get a nice outer leg lengthening without causing any strain on your knee. It's okay to use a pillow. Use your hands to support your legs. Feeling that place where the work is done. Breathe out once again. Range of motion, and there's a little space for commitment. It's not about time to just check in. You have a little more space after that. And then change. Say hello to the other side, bring it in where you think you might go with it. And then see if that's right for today. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. One. Yes, 7. That chance to just make sure you've relaxed into the shape all the way on this side. 8. Releasing the cross of the legs. Centered spine, round your arms. Bring the legs off the floor and up into the air. Bring them out to the sides and bring up your hands on the elbows. So hands to catch your thighs, letting the inseams have a little stretch. Feet gently pointing. Remember the bridge pose and the belly center, the pelvic floor. Just reinforcing that strength on the exhales, that gathering in of the muscles of the belly and pelvic floor. Finding that stability. But doing so softly. It is not hard grabbing. It is subtle, energetic uplift. Try to relax your inner legs. It's okay if your knees are bending. What do you need to do to be with that? Breathe out again. Use your hands to guide your legs out so you don't create more tension coming out of the pose, and bring the knees to your chest and away. Knees in and away. One more, knees in and away. Hold your knees with your hands and make circles rounding your sacrum. Go the other way. Knees connect to pelvis. Finding center. Let's come into shoulder stand if it's in your practice, or shoulder stand where you just slip your hands underneath. So these are all preparations and variations of shoulder stand to have the legs in the air in some way. Relax your eyes. Breathe slowly. Yoga is the settling of the mind and the stillness so that our true nature may be revealed, that we may see things as they truly are. Give yourself some space between your thoughts. Just be with your body, your breathing, sensation. Your senses are part of being present. What's your temperature like? How does it smell in the room you're in? We're trying to create a nice atmosphere, like say by brushing your teeth before you practice, and trying to create a nice atmosphere for yourself so that your senses are not disturbed. And gradually release the legs from up high, giving any finishing movements, maybe the knees in once more before you stretch out and receive a little rest. Here, the meditation is letting go of the muscles of the body. Try to do that in one big sweep. Go through and just let it all go. Breathing gently and freely into that softness. Welcome this rest in your heart. Welcome it in your logical mind. The vital energy manifests in stillness. Everyone we meet is a friend carrying a gift. Our job to listen. The friend open the way the sun listens to us. Sorry. Everyone we meet is a friend carrying a gift. Our job to listen, the friend to open the way the sun listens a stalk into a peony. Every day has a gift, a piece of food to keep you going, a truth hidden in a corner to remind you of your life about to be lived, a cloth someone discarded that will keep you warm. Our job to love that piece of gift we find. The hardest thing is to keep looking when your heart is broken, to keep listening when your body is hurting and violence is all around. But this is when the gifts are closest, in the warmth of soup that find you coming out of the cold. Bring yourself slowly from your still place to seated. Beginning with the hands together, so simple, allowing a little space between the palms to fill. You fill that space. That can be intention and it can be this wide open. Gratitude and compassion are Nice places to start filling that space. The resolve and strength to welcome any positive changes that you are developing. But yoga meets us as complete human beings, just as we are, full of everything we need inside of us already. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Grateful. Thanks for joining me.